Hey guys, I am in Shenyang, the capital of Liaoning province in the far northeast of China, the ancestral home of the Manchu people and the Khitan people before them. I'm here to visit a man called Ye Chang-song. He is a master of two very interesting lineages of mantis. One is 7-star mantis, but it's very different to the 7-star mantis we're used to seeing. It comes from a person called Wong Pong. It has a very controversial history, a very different history to regular 7-star. It's a very, very interesting system and I'm fascinated to learn more. The other style that he teaches is called Shaolin Temple Mantis, which, as the name suggests, claims its origin at the Shaolin Temple. The style is actually from Tangzhou County in Hebei province, and it was brought up here to the northeast of China in the early 20th century, and it's very widely practiced up here. It's a very interesting style. According to some, it matches the oldest writings of Shengshao Daoren, the oldest written records of mantis, much more closely than the stuff we do today in Shandong. Other people say that this is a recreated style and it's deliberately been made to try to retroactively fit the old writings. I don't know which one is which, I don't know enough about the history of it, but it's a very, very interesting system. It looks nothing like any other style of mantis. If anything, as the name suggests, it does look a lot more like Shaolin Kung Fu, or at least traditional long fist. So I'm really, really excited to see both of these styles from Master Ye. Two styles I know almost nothing about, have never encountered in Shandong, but are very big pieces of the mantis story. I'm also here, if I can find him, with my friend and student from Australia, Anish, although he has disappeared somewhere, taking photos of the military vehicle and the Manchu tombs behind me. So far, much of my focus on mantis history has been either on its early development in Shandong or its proliferation overseas via places such as Hong Kong. Perhaps one key part of the puzzle that's missing is Dongbei, northeastern China. In fact, many of the mantis greats spent time up here during the late 19th and early 20th century. In my own lineage of Taiji Meihua mantis, Zhang Hualong, Cui Shoushan, Ji Chunting, Hao Henglu, and Hao Bin all spent time up here. And in 7-star, Li Zhijian, Xiao Shubin, Hu Yongfu, and Wong Chuanyi, as well as the legendary Leitai match where Fan Shudong, Luo Gongyu, and others fought against Russian strongmen, all took place in this region. But I'm here to learn about two other lineages, both of which rewrite what we regard as conventional mantis history. The first is the 7-star mantis of Wong Pong. A controversial figure, both his curriculum and accounts of history sometimes draw ire from the regular 7-star community. 也行，但是我脚受伤了，我不能
别使劲，太快，别打太快。大家都是做到就是那意思就行，好吧？
So he wants us both to do a form each. What do you want to do? Jiayao? Meihualu? Meihualu? Whatever you want. I'll do. I'll do Luanjie. How old are you now?
45.
45。哈哈哈哈。
双手剑还是单手剑？
应该是双手剑
啊，
有点不知道。
别的啊，那是印度人。非常好，非常好，非常棒。这拦截的区别啊。
So this is their Luanjie. Wong was certainly a colourful figure. Born in Shandong, he was said to have been illiterate and spent much of his younger years as a bandit and hired killer. At different points in his life, he went by different names too. Wong Yunpeng, Wong Rupeng, and Wong Xiaofei. At one point, he took up a position as an instructor in the Nanjing Central Martial Art Institute, and then later relocated to Tianjin to instruct the soldiers of warlord Chu Yupu, who served under Yuan Shikai during the chaotic early years of the Chinese Republic. He then spent much of his time teaching in both the northeast and later returned to his home province of Shandong. Wong was said to have taught very different curriculums everywhere he went, adding to the confusion about what characterizes his own style. Perhaps most interesting is the account of the history of the art that he passed down. Contrary to most accounts, which begin with Wong Long witnessing a mantis catching a cicada, according to the Shenyang descendants of this lineage, the art begins with a cattle herder living on the border of Shanxi province in Inner Mongolia, named Bianzhu.
这个编组呢，在这个草原长期放马，它不动。这个王朗是行就走一下，他是属于行走江湖的侠客。他走来走去，到处去比武去，就走到这块儿。那俩人一拍一合，你也螳螂，我也螳螂，哎，两个人就在一起待了3年，互换了技艺。然后之后呢，分开的时候，俩人有个约定，说什么都可以变，因为你每个人教的时候，比如说我是师傅，我这个东西是这样的。教了你们这些人，你每一个人都会练出你自己的风格，完事儿就不一样了。但是说为了曾经咱们在一起科研搞过科研，说绷步不许变啊。
对，我跟何律师是一栋楼，他是4栋楼在摇号的时候正好摇着一个人。
七星螳螂拳的特点呢，就是我们七星螳螂拳特点呢，基本也都是2下。哎，你比如说那个谁，那个你也看到那个什么，那个你像梅花螳螂拳，或者是山东王云生他们传那个螳螂拳，那个没绷步，绷步也是。你打我的时候呢，往往就是说一般都打胸打上，对吧？那我在这种情况下，我以什么为开门开手？你一打我，我这个特点，啪，这玩意儿呢，哎，这个玩意儿也有很多特点。你在那个原先那个群众螳螂拳你看到了，它就每一个特点，哎。你特点是啥呢？那么这趟拳就是在以第一个设想你在打我的时候，我开手，打一下，那打着招上，打服我打死了就完事儿了。打不着，你有猜的时候，我怎么去往下走？每一个就是说我这么一走给不给？哎，你可能这我上来了，上来的话俩人一打， 我不管你，对吧？我不管你在这打的时候，那打上你肯定不行，但是一打你肯定你有手指动作，对吧？对吧？这是摸，啊不摸的话，我要打的话，比如说我打你这个打这个，比如说我打你一下这个啊，就是讲的道理，要不然不打这个嘛，我这一打你能吗？那你这个后脑勺对吧？我打着了就没有下下，我打着了没有下，那么我说没打着，走到这了不给，一掉身，你可能耐手就上，对吧？不给，这一崩啊，一崩就进去了，又躲开了，对吧？就是崩手补手，因为我这崩不行就补，完事就往下走。
所以这个崩和补一直是连贯的。
不是那个意思，就是我以崩和，就是说我崩手进去打你，打着了就拉倒了，打不着是补手中拳，让你就是进一步打
就再补一个
进一步打
明白。
像台上师兄走那个，我走到这儿了，你不给，这手在这边呢，那手肯定那手上。那样上来，我这不就要走这了吗？我这上面瞅这个，但实际它主要底下，底下打这个。然后这样就走，然后这不就是佝偻踩挂，那个挨绑击靠全都出来
这反
对反对吧？那么你回头你往上走的时候，一定要挤着走，你才能打着了。你要是离开了，打不了。
就是要
一定要贴身贴脸。
贴脸。
你贴身贴脸，你不往跟前走，你走这么走。那你
全身包括脸也是贴上，然后头也可以打。
贴身贴脸，不贴身贴脸打不着人。我告诉他了啊。
This is probably a good moment to go into the detail of the actual Mantis hook hand. So what you'll see here, so that other chop, if we really wanted to go into chin nap, block, wrap up from the back. Let's break this down. Now, this hand is called Heshou. It's one of the fundamental inside parries. The movement's coming from the spine, from the ribs. So the next application from here is Xiu Nu Ying Jian, threading the needle. So in the form, we're doing it
on the other side of it.
Yeah, exactly. There's always a gap between my elbow and my armpit, right? So I'm threading through. The way that we do it is this threading this way. Now, you'll see a lot of other versions where so I can also use this, just come in. They don't make it so obviously equally right and left. The right one will be quite small and then the left one will be the big one and then come into this Mantis hook one here. So there's pretty much no movement going on with my arm, it's just the body presses down. And the power comes from here, bang. Then I go here and you step back and then, well see that's the thing, because when you do it in the form, I'm coming all the way down to here. Do you think if I'm taking you down, I'm going to about here, right? Realistically before you're down.
Yeah, well, that's heavy.
So when we're so close, our hands can't do so much movement, right? So we're relying on the body more to move things around, and the fist is just kind of staying where it is with Mantis, that we're using our body to generate all this power, much like as if we're holding a big spear. In my opinion, this segment is probably the most important thing you will learn in the entire Mantis system. The other art that Master Ye teaches is called Shaolin Temple Mantis. This art was brought up north by a man named Sun Wenbo, a native of Tangzhou County in Hebei. The system seemingly has absolutely zero connection with the Mantis practice today in Shandong, but it does align closely with the original writings of Sheng Xiao Daoren, whose work provided the foundational theory for all Mantis practice today. This style claims its origins from the abbot of Shaolin Temple, Fuju, who after the legendary gathering of 18 masters, which included Wong, created 7 roads of techniques which mixed Mantis and Luohan boxing. This art then found its way to the White Cloud Temple in Beijing, before ending up in Tangzhou.
Interestingly, the style in Changzhou is called Tongbei Mantis, or sometimes Shaolin Luohan Mantis, or even just Luohan Duanda. The curriculum of this Mantis system is completely different to that practiced in Shandong. It's made up of a set of forms called Qianqi Houjiu, meaning the earlier 7 and later 9. This refers to the 7 original roads of techniques that were said to come from Abbot Fuju, and then 9 additional ones which were added later. Both of these arts were passed on to Master Ye by the legendary Wong Qingzhai, who'd been teaching in the region since the 1930s.
那个拳法来说的话呢，是啥呢？每趟拳不是葫芦巴嘟的，就是不是稀里糊涂编的趟。每趟拳传统武术，现在武术不是那样，真正的传统武术不是现在那个体育院校那个传统武术啊，那个它也叫传统武术，但不是了。就真正的传统武术是啥呢？是每一趟拳开拳没有花架，干啥的呢？就是咱俩打架，他就那个意思。你打架一般的常规啥打法？一般的是打我脑袋，你打我脑袋怎么接？他就是啥呢？我这趟拳我怎么接？那我这少林寺螳螂拳的接法呢？你比如说那个七星螳螂拳接法呢？那我可能我这东西就正肘，对吧？或者是正肘，对吧？这是七星螳螂拳的打法。那这是啥呢？这是2下，对不对？这是2下。但少林寺螳螂拳好哪？就是都是1下，你打我，你这个我不用去走那个，我在打你的，你打我时你不往前走吗？这多快呀！要打赢没有快呀，这叫我这种打法，咱俩讲是善手，
塞手，
善，友善的善良，友善的
善手啊，
善手
啊，善手，
要不善手就不是了
啊，明白
啊，要不善手就不是了，要不善手就这都是往死了打人，或者打长打3打残，所以真正传统武术，你跟着好师傅学，你学着的路子不只是路子，要给你讲用法，用法同时还要给你讲啥叫善手，啥叫恶手，这样时你在跟敌人打仗的时候，你可能就是要是社会流氓打仗是伤，咱交流来说的话善，对吧？你这探长，你一打同样打，我打着了就完事儿了。
对。
但你要是跟流氓打架，实在不行我就你受不了。那敌人打仗我就直接这玩意儿就死了啊，就这个意思。这就是少林螳螂拳的特点。所以你走不着，你不走还是这个，那你走我就往下扒手，
就变这个。
这都是我们就参加那个我练那个前后有那个
啊，
全都有，而且呢，按下去以后我还擒拿。
没加的哈。
你想体验一下，知道这个，你看我们有一个这么个动作哈，看，你说这有啥用？
不知道，是保证腿的动作。
你可以不可以趴地？
可以，是你把我摔倒吗？
我不摔倒你，就是我跟你说这个道理
啊。OK，
我的道理啊，我这个东西它头一下往上扑，完事回来
我得跳，
这倒了吧？是不是？它后耳也是这样的啊，对不对？那你走到这以后，是不是？所以这个看着是这样走，实际上是一个地面技。
哇，没事，没看出来。
所以你说擒拿也好，还是什么都有。这个我们那个少林寺螳螂拳特殊好，摔打、擒拿、点全有，点穴也有。你像比如说简单一个动作，我们有这个动作，是吧？那你打我也好，我打你好，这一走要的这块，对，打这
就打这个穴位。
对，但我这个底下还有，啪一针。因为上边点穴，下边也点穴。
It's so accurate with that pressure point, like here, you're right here, and then right here at the same time.
半打身子麻，
很准，
是不是？是不是？
对。
所以说摔打擒拿都有。 是这个道理吧？所以就是我们的前提后有看着笨拙，但是它是最古老。
Both of these styles, along with Qingping's sword and Luo family spear, were taught by the legendary Wong Qingjai to Master Ye, as well as others in the city. One of Master Ye's seniors, Master Dong Cheng-li, also wanted to share some of his insights into the art with us.
一般正常动手，可能我不见得告诉你。哎，
So it's saying they don't tell you, like, you know, it doesn't let you know what he's going to do, it kind of hides the movements inside.
再有这边出手啊。
So you see how they flow, but he just flows between the
对
movements.。See? 那你刚刚在跟我说那个猴形，是不是就是这个意思？
这个是对。
So what we oh, you're there. What I was talking about the you know the monkey posture stuff. That's exactly what he's doing. You see how he's moving? It's really agile. How he moves around. That's the hoshing, the monkey. You see how he's always coming into the sides.
对，我们讲勾挂披风样。
So they've got go gua.
Pong.
I'll translate them later to you.
刚才这叫绷，
So this is bung.
哎，这是绷，看，哎，这是绷。
So bung is to lift
哎
up.
绷，这就压。
Ya is to press down.
对，对，这叫狗。
Hook is that one.
对，
Go 是这个还是那个拳是狗？狗是这个狗手。
这是狗，
So this is the hook.
这不是狗身上？
That's the hook. Go 还有什么挂？
挂对，
挂跟蹦应该有点像吧，也是往上架嘛。
挂是这么挂的，这个是走七圈场了，
So that's 挂。
对吧？哎，还有锁。
And then 锁 is to 锁是哪个锁？锁身体的锁嘛，锁起来的。
双手用力锁，这就是。
This is 锁。Okay, so like to 锁是锁门的锁，是哪个字？
对，锁门的锁。哎，锁门的锁。
Lock to lock. Okay, so lock. 这个能不能再说一遍那个锁 ？So this is to lock.
这看。
Yeah, you see that?
这个开始。
你们甩法也是挺多的。
哎，对对。
So they use a lot of takedowns and stuff as well as you can see.
对，这是那个少林堂。
So this is the Shaolin.
这是。
This is from the Shaolin stuff. 它靠什么也是挺多的。
对，靠这不是在这儿吗？在这儿就开始靠上去了。
So that was a really, really fascinating look into two styles of Mantis I've wanted to see for a long time and have never had a chance to experience myself. And two styles which go against a lot of the kind of orthodoxy with regards to the history and development of Mantis and what's generally accepted. And those history stories, whether you believe them or not, are really, really interesting just from a cultural or anthropological view of just what exactly the people that developed these arts, what they were thinking and what they held important. And it sort of sheds a bit of a light into the worldview of these people and helps us in that way kind of enrich our art more. And so, you know, I encourage you, whether or not you believe these historical accounts that Master Ye was telling, I encourage you to, you know, to take them on board with an open mind and kind of just look at them as what they are, and that's, you know, just other versions of oral history of something that's not very well documented overall, has quite often contradictory versions of history, and just look at it as another, you know, enriching and fascinating piece of our art and another piece of the puzzle that we're trying to put together in terms of understanding, you know, where Mantis came from and therefore where it's going.